Good morning, students. Today we will start social studies. In that, chapter number 3, a visit to the south. So, dear children, the southern part of India is also known as Southern Plateau. But what is plateau? A plateau is an uneven surface, almost flat on the top, rocky and slightly higher than the plains. So, the southern part of India is known as Southern Plateau. People living in the southern state of India have different types of houses. They have different diverse languages, dresses and tradition. They also have diverse different languages they are spoken and dresses as well as tradition. So let's start jumpstart question, that is in your page number 20. In that, number 1, name the following. In that, any two landforms on earth. So you have to write mountains and hills. They are two landform on the earth. Next, a famous food item of South India. You all know the famous food item of South India, idli and sambar. So you write idli and sambar. Third, a famous festival of South India. So Pongal. Pongal is the famous festival of South India. Fourth, houses built in areas with heavy rainfall. So which type of houses built in the area where there is a heavy rainfall? Silt houses. So you have to write silt houses. Now take out your page number 21. In that, first topic of this chapter, that is Southern Plateau. What is plateau? A plateau is an uneven surface, almost flat on the top, rocky and slightly higher than the plains. So the southern plateau stretch. From where it stretch? It stretch from the south of northern plains to the southernmost tip of the India. It stretch from the south of the northern plains to the southernmost tip of the India. So its northwest lies the Aravalli Hills. Aravalli Hills lies in the northwest. To the northeast, Rajmahal Hills. So to the northeast, Rajmahal Hills are located. The Eastern Ghats lies along the east coast. Eastern Ghats lies in the east coast and the Western Ghats lies in the west coast. So Aravalli Hills lies in the northwest. Rajmahal Hills lies in the northeast. Eastern Ghats lies in the east coast and Western Ghats lies in the west coast. So this plateau cover a large part of the country and it extend approximately across 1600 kilometer from the north to the south. It extend approximately 1600 kilometer from the north to the south and 1400 kilometer from the east to the west. From north to the south 16 kilometer it extend, and from east to the west 1400 kilometer it is extend. The river Narmada divides the southern plateau into two parts. Which river divides the southern plateau? Narmada. Narmada river divides southern plateau into two parts. Number 1. The Central Highlands lies to the north of the river Narmada. It lies to the north of the river, while the Deccan Plateau lies to the south of the river. So the Central Highlands lies north and the Deccan Plateau lies to the south of this river Narmada. So let's start with first, that is Central Highlands. The Central Highlands include the Malwa Plateau in the northwest, while the Chota Nagpur Plateau in the northeast. There are two plateaus, Malwa Plateau which lies in the northwest and Chota Nagpur Plateau which lies in the northeast. The Malwa Plateau lies between the Aravalli Hills and the Vindhyachal Range. So, the Malwa Plateau lies between the Aravalli Hills and the Vindhyachal Range. It is spread across Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. So, it is spread in the state of Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. This plateau has two channels of drainage. One towards the Arabian Sea, that is river Narmada and Tapi, and the other towards the Bay of Bengal. So this plateau has two channel of drainage. One is Arabian Sea and the another is Bay of Bengal, river Chambal and Betwa, joining the Yamuna. The Chota Nagpur plateau lies in the eastern India and it covers a very large part of Jharkhand and spread across the Orissa and Chandigarh. So this cover a large part of the state Jharkhand as well spread across the state of Orissa and Chandigarh. This region is watered by the river Ganga and Mahanadi. These two rivers, Ganga and Mahanadi. So this region is watered by the river Ganga as well as river Mahanadi. Next, that is Deccan Plateau. So the Deccan Plateau, also known as Peninsular Plateau. Deccan Plateau is also known as the Peninsular Plateau, bordered by the Eastern Ghat and the Western Ghat. Lies to the south of the Satpura range. Where it lies? It lies of the Satpura range and the river Narmada. So it extends across the state of Madhya Pradesh, Chandigarh, Orissa and Maharashtra. So it extends in the four states, that is Madhya Pradesh, Chandigarh, Orissa and the Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Kerala as well as Tamil Nadu. It extends all these states: Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Orissa, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Kerala as well as Tamil Nadu. So the river Mahanadi, Godavari, Kaveri, Krishna, Narmada and Tapi flows through the Deccan Plateau. These all rivers flows through the Deccan Plateau. So some of these rivers fall from a height in the form of river waterfall. Some of the rivers fall from the height of the Deccan Plateau in the form of the waterfalls. So there are many waterfalls in the Deccan Plateau, such as the Jog Fall, which is in the Karnataka, and the Honkala that is in the Tamil Nadu. So these two are the waterfalls. First is Jog Falls, which is in the Karnataka, and second is Honkal Falls, that is in the Tamil Nadu. And also dams are built on the some of these river. For what? For generating the electricity as well as diverting water for the irrigation. So the Nagarjuna Sagar Dam, this is the name of the dam on the river of Krishna, and the Hirakund Dam on the river of Mahanadi are the two examples of this dam. So here we have completed this two parts of the southern plateau. First is the central highlands and second is the Deccan Plateau. So in short, the southern plateau of India consists of Malwa Plateau, the Chota Nagpur Plateau and the Deccan Plateau. Krishna, Kaveri, Godavari and Mahanadi are the main rivers that flow in the southern plateau. So let's move to the next topic of this chapter, that is in your page number 23, coastal plains and islands. So let's start with the coastal plains. What is coastal plains and what is coast? A piece of land bordering a sea or an ocean is known as coast. What is coast? Coast is a piece of land bordering a sea or any ocean is known as coast. India has a long coastal line, about 6,100 kilometer. How much? 6,100 kilometers running from the Gulf of Kutch in the west. Where it is? It is in the Gulf of Kutch, which is in the west, till the West Bengal in the east. So the Indian coastline is divided into two parts. First is eastern coastal plains and next western coastal plains. So let's see eastern coastal plains. The northern Sigas in the north and the Coromandel coast in the south together form the eastern coastal plain. So these two together form the eastern coastal plains. First is Sigas, which is in the north, and second Coromandel coast, that is in the south. Together form a eastern coastal plains. These stretch along state of West Bengal, Orissa, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. So it stretches along with the state of these West Bengal, Orissa, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. The main rivers that flow through these plains are the Mahanadi, Godavari, Kaveri and Krishna. These all rivers that flow through these plains. Next, western coastal plains. The Gujarat coast in the north. Where it is? It is in the north, and the Konkan and Malabar coast in the south. Konkan and Malabar coast, which is in the south, together form the western coastal plains. So these stretch of land start from the Gujarat, with Gujarat in the north, passes through Maharashtra, Goa and Karnataka, and it ends in the Kerala in the south. The main river flowing in this region are Tapi, Narmada, Yori and Mondavi. So these all rivers flow in this region. Next topic, that is island. What is island? A piece of land surrounded by the water on all sides is known as island. So a piece of land which are surrounded by the water on all the side is known as island. The two main group of island in India are Andaman and Nicobar. These two are the islands. Where it is? It is in the Bay of Bengal, and the Lakshadweep island in the Arabian Sea. So in the Bay of Bengal there are two islands, Andaman and Nicobar, and in the Arabian Sea the Lakshadweep island are located. So first, Andaman and Nicobar island. The Andaman and Nicobar island are a group of more than 572 islands. So it is a group of islands which are more than 572 islands. The northern part is known as the Greater Andaman, while the southern part is called the Nicobar Island. So greater part is known as Andaman and the southern part is known as Nicobar. The cellular jail, popularly known as Kala Pani, is a famous tourist spot in the Port Blair. It was built by the British. It is not used any longer. So this is a cellular jail which is popularly known as Kala Pani, and it's famous for the tourist spot which is in the Port Blair, and it is built by the British Empire and it is not used any longer. Next, that is Lakshadweep Island. A group of 36 islands in the Arabian Sea form the Lakshadweep Island. Andaman and Nicobar Island is a group of 572 islands, while Lakshadweep Island is a group of 36 islands which is in the Arabian Sea form a Lakshadweep Island. These islands are close to the Malabar coast and are rich in coral deposits. So these islands are very close to the Malabar coast and are rich in the coral deposit. So here we have completed the first part of this chapter. In the next lecture we will continue this chapter and cover the remaining part of this chapter, as well as we discuss the question answer in the next part of this chapter. Thank you.